Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to SPEEDHOME RinggitHack Show. Just a bit just now today is Thursday already, tomorrow Friday. So everyone is like kind of excited, like we are waiting for the weekend to come. But in the meanwhile, right, as a 9 to 5 workers, right, we always aim for like we work, then aim for a weekend, or even better is a long weekend, so we can have some our self time, right? But in the meanwhile, are we thinking like how can we like to one day we can get our financial freedoms? We let money work for us. So this is some things that I think everyone dream, right? And we kind of lucky today. We have invited a very established financial educator, Mr. KC Lau, also a founder of KCLau.com. So Mr. KC Lau is a very experienced financial educator, and then he wrote so many books. I think it's more than 10 books that he have written. So so I think like today, what are we going to talk about is that our topic is top 10 money tips that I wish someone can tell me when I was young. So this is today our topic. But before we start today's sessions, right? May I know is it that is anyone that who watching our show right now? You are the first time that join our SPEEDHOME webinar. If you are the first time, can you just type 1? If you join us more than one time, then even better, you just type the numbers, like the sessions that you have joined. So 2, 3, 4, maybe I just want to see, is it that is like a SPEEDHOME RinggitHack Show supporters here? It's really important. When you guys respond, right, I feel like I'm not talking. I really know that someone's really watching and someone is really like exciting with as me as also. So we are going to just later to invite Mr. Casey to have a very educational sessions. So before we start, so let me share with you. If you are now watching our FB live right now, what you can do is just super simple. You just share our FB live, and we will give out some books to just a lucky draw. We'll do a lucky draw, 1 books and 2 fire blankets, because right now everyone's work from home. So what we need is just like we just encourage everyone to keep some things home safety kits at your home, right? So we give you 2 fire blankets and 1 books for a lucky draw. What you need is just share our live stream, and you already stand a chance to win the books. Besides that, right now, actually today, Mr. Casey later he also will share with us the money tips. But right now, actually, Mr. Casey is very generous. He's offer a free ebook challenge, and he's offering if you read after the books after 50 minutes and you don't like the book and you send an email to him, you can claim 10 ringgit from him. Is how confident that he about his himself to his book quality. So later my colleague also will share this link in the comment section. What you need, just sign up. Okay, just sign up, and then sign up your email, and you will automatically get a free ebooks. So yeah, why not? So before we start, right, if you are really our RinggitHack Shows followers, if you're really our RinggitHack share followers, right? Okay, sorry, just now I forget. I think it's I haven't shared the screen. I'm talking. I thought I already shared the screen. So right now, guys, you can see the screen, right? So you can see a screen. If you share our FB live, and then you will stand a chance to win 2 financial books and 2 fire blankets. And in the meanwhile, if you right now you sign up Mr. KC Lau's email, you just sign an email, and you will stand a chance to win a book. Okay. So let me share with you. Okay, if you are our RinggitHack Show followers, right, you will know. We will take like a couple of minutes to just do a very quick brief about our company. So yeah, that's why we are running a show, because we hope while we educate people, right, we also can offer something that to help the landlords to rent out their house with easy and hassle-free. So what is SPEEDHOME? Actually, we are the platforms that will allow tenant and landlord to rent direct. If you are a landlord, you can have a free posting. We don't charge you for the just post our property to a free advertising. And if your house is in Klang Valley area, we will send a person, right, to help you to open the house and show to the tenants. Means like we manage the house viewing for you. And if the tenant, after they view the house, they like the house, what we will do a tenant checking, zero deposit quality checking. Then after the tenant, they say, okay, they give us all the documents, then we will start to, we will prepare a tenancy agreement, a digital, online. You don't need to meet the tenant physically, everything online. So after that, what you need is just complete, the first month we will recommend the landlord to buy the insurance via their first month rental, the fee. So only we successfully get you a tenant, prepare the tenancy agreement, everything signed, then we will ask you to buy insurance. So that is also, we provide a free rental collections and also a tracking for the tenant payments, etc. So some of you, maybe you don't know it. This SPEEDHOME, is a local company, or this is a foreign company, or this is the legit company? So we are definitely legit. Our company is founded at 2015. This funny guy that you guys saw, the bold guy, is our CEO, founder and CEO. His name is Wong Wei Ming, and actually he's a technology veteran. He founded 4th company before, and SPEEDHOME is 4th company. And our company used to call ourselves Speed Rent, okay? And during 2019, we rebrand ourselves as SPEEDHOME. So currently, that is achievements numbers that you can see here. I'm not going to repeat. So that is also, if you search SPEEDHOME with any mainstream media in Malaysia or the technology media, right? You will search, you will find out, oh, basically all the medias already pick up our news already. Yeah. Continue. So in the meanwhile, while we are the startup, so we have a lot of the legit investors that we included, IJM, 500 startups, and also now the latest two investors. One is Gobi Partners, a venture capital funds, another is Allianz, our partners. So Allianz not only our partners, Allianz Insurance Malaysia is not only our partners, but also our investor right now. So during this is a rebranding launching day, we invited IJM CEO, IJM Land, IJM former CEO, IJM Land CEO, IJM Deputy CEO, and also Allianz CEO, and the former housing and local government ministers, Wabi Zuraida. So this is something that I'm going to share with you guys. So what's the difference that SPEEDHOME than the others platform? So we provide better quality tenants, direct communications, zero deposit, viewing management, and free rental collections. So this is kind of the service that we provide compared to the market players right now. So a lot of the landlord, when we talk about free zero deposit, right, they are going to like be very alert, and then they thought, wow, so if anything happens, that means like I rugio, so I need to suffer a lot of loss. No, actually, if that is why we go for zero deposit, the first thing is your house is going to rent super fast, and you will get better advantage. You will get an advantage on your pricing, no price war, because compared to the others competitor in the same building or the opposite your house, the building that opposite your condo, your price, your house is going to be so much competitive. One house is charged 2.5 months deposit plus 1 month rental. Another one you pay 1 month, you can move in. Which one will rent faster and get a better price? Obviously, right? The answer is very obvious. So your house will always be the first choice. And actually, if anything happens, right, the insurance will cover you up to 42K. So we provide home runner services. This is the tenant background check that we have. So yeah, so I think this is overall some things that about SPEEDHOME lah. So just give me another 3 minutes. I'm going to wrap up. So our insurance, right? Maybe a lot of right now, a lot of your friends, right, the friends that watching us our show right now, they ask a lot of questions, like such as basic, extended plus. So in our platforms, what we charge is just a very basic package, is 1 month, and the extended and the extended plus is 1.25 and 1.5 months, the same as your rental. So maybe you will ask, like, 1.5 months, wow, why you guys charge so high? Because in the 1.5 months, we have 2 features. The first one, we call it on-time rental. The second is called overstay cash defender. This means, right, these 2 product is going to protect. If the tenant didn't pay, you will pay until the tenant move out if you subscribe our extended plus. And in the meanwhile, we absorb the court order fee if you are our extended plus landlord. So it's really come to the last. So guys, this is our landlord community. We already built a SPEEDHOME community. We call it Associations of Landlord Malaysia. In this community, we have 5.6k, nearly it's 5.6k members that will join this group. We seldom put our ads or do a lot of promotion. This group is purely like for the landlord to ask and seek for the opinions in this group. So that's in this group that the members have agent, we have lawyer, and also the others. They are different industry expert lah. So you guys can join later, or you just type Association of Landlord Malaysia and you can find it. So this is our Telegram channel. You can just now you can just take a snapshot. So this Telegram is about we have this Telegram is to share with you guys all the latest promotions and also SPEEDHOME event. So if you are the guys that who just saw this in this webinar, you are the first time, you've never signed up SPEEDHOME before, what you need to do is just click the link that my colleague share in the comment sections. No matter you are in YouTube or Facebook, so you just sign up the link that my colleague just shared. So what we are going to give you is just a free insurance upgrade, on-time rental coverage, and a free insurance upgrade until 3,000 ringgit for your utility claims. So this is we will upgrade your insurance lah. If you are the new landlord that who never used SPEEDHOME before, you just sign up and then you can just enjoy this. So thank you for everyone's patience and thank you for sharing. Okay, let me recall again. Share our Facebook Live and you will stand a chance to win a lucky draw. We'll send you a book or the fire blanket. Second thing, so we already shared the link in the comment sections. Mr. KC Lau, now he's have a challenge to you all. If you sign up you sign up via email, and if you don't like the books, you think the book is really not useful, he'll pay you 10 ringgit. But what you need is just that you need to sign up and then to have a really, don't cheat, read the book 50 minutes and just give him some feedback. Yeah. So without further ado, so I'm going to invite Mr. KC Lau to our platform. Yeah. So hi, Mr. KC Lau.
Hello, Paul. Great to be
here. Thank you for willing to become our SPEEDHOME speakers. I really appreciate that. And so today what we are going to talk about is the 10 money tips that you wish someone told me when I was young. But before that, let me just give a very quick introduction about Mr. KC Lau. So Mr. KC Lau actually is a very active, I would say, financial educator. He have a YouTube channel. He also established a very active, I think the website kclau.com, and he also have a Facebook channels that have 80k. Also name is also KC Lau. So Mr. KC Lau have YouTube, Facebook, and he's a very passionate person that will keep on sharing a lot of the money tips or the financial management knowledge. And actually, I have followed a couple of videos, and also I have go through a couple of videos, and also I'm follow Mr. KC Lau Facebook page. So so today I feel like I'm very honored. SPEEDHOME is very honored to invite Mr. KC Lau to be our guest speakers, and he's going to share with us this topic. Thank you, sir.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. So shall we get to the sharing?
Yes,
yeah, there are more stories to share, and we will do some Q&A too, right?
No problem.
Okay,
so
let me...
I think right now you can, I'm going to, you can share the screen.
Yep. Doing it right now.
No problem. Take our time.
Okay, so I just share it. Can you put it up?
Can. Yep. Let me. Oh, I know why. Okay. Yes.
Okay. So this is a topic requested by Paul. In fact, so Paul, thank you so much for being the MC here. And then I guess we'll hear more from you too when we're doing the Q&A later, right? So okay, the topic is requested by Paul. He said, why can you share something? Top 10 money tips I wish someone had told me when I was young. So of course there are so many money tips, right? So and I have to pick the top 10 one where if you know it when you're young, it will be very useful. So for example, let's say you are just starting up in your career in 20 something. I think this session will be very extremely useful to you. So you will go straight to the thing that matters, right? Rather than try and error and then keep doing this and that and try to see what result you are going to get. So these are the top 10 money tips I wish someone told me when I was young. So first thing is that some disclaimer, the strategy outlined here is unconventional. So your situation is unique and don't just follow blindly. So you got to know more details. And I'm not responsible for your actions, right? All information is for sharing and educational purposes. Don't take any part of this presentation as professional financial advice. And in fact, although I have RFP, I'm a registered financial planner. I practice like more than a decade in the industry, but I no longer hold a license, so I don't provide this service anymore. So don't take my advice as professional, okay? Today's content, you are going to learn how to accumulate wealth more effectively, and what's the first investment you should make, and some money habits simplified with personal stories. So you are going to hear some stories that actually happened to me, so I'll share it to you. And of course, you are going to get the slides that I used today. You get it if you listen until the end. And of course, the lucky draw, on top of the SPEEDHOME lucky draw, I'm going to throw in something too, right? So that Paul later you can choose a winner and you can collect the address and I'll get it sent to him. Sure. And also financial knowledge. So you are going to get financial knowledge tonight. If not, ask for the 10 ringgit, okay? So I was in Malaysia my whole life until 2018. So before that, I did some speaking gigs in Malaysia too. So I think this is the biggest one where AIA convention. I went there and talked about investment. And then I moved to the States. In United States, this is Portland, Oregon, in 2018. So that was a few years ago. And this year I moved again. So I moved to Taipei right now. So now I'm in Taipei, just a few months, and I actually love it here. Like this is like the best place I've stayed so far. So I love it more than any other place, at least right now. Okay, and these are the books that I've written. So don't spend your time to look for these because they are all out of print. The first one actually came out in 2008, the red one, top money tips for Malaysians. So, but I have the latest book. So this is the latest book, Money Smart. So this one you can get it. You can get it from Popular, MPH, right? You can buy it from Borders, or you can buy it on Shopee because my publisher is selling it at Shopee too. So I'll give you a link later. So this is the lucky draw I'm throwing into. So tonight, one lucky winner is going to get it. So of course you have to share this video. Hashtag Money Smart, which is the title of the book, and you can tag me so that it's easier to find you. And the link, kclau.com/moneysmart, that is the link where you can purchase the book at Shopee. Okay, now come to the content. So okay, imagine this is the professor. This is your professor, right? So your professor at school is giving you an assignment, but he's not fair. No, he's saying to Mandy, okay, you have 14 days to do your assignment. And then he gave Susan 10 days to do the assignment. So can you make a guess? Who is more likely to submit the assignment earlier? Right, well, who do you think, Paul?
Susan.
Most of us will pick.
I'm very nervous, and then I need to get the thing done. Yeah, for me lah.
Yes, definitely. I think most probably Susan is going to submit it first, right? Because Susan's due date is earlier, isn't it? Okay. Now imagine this is not a professor. This is a father. So this father has 2 kids. So he gave Steve 1,000 a month to spend. right? You can spend whatever you want. But he's not fair. He gave Richard 700 only to spend. So who is more likely to spend more money, Steve or Richard?
Obviously, Steve.
Yep. So everybody can just type in the
You can
comment,
just
right?
choose.
Yes. So
Steve or Richard?
Steve or Richard. And yes, Paul, you say Steve. So I think a lot of people will pick Steve as well. So I will pick Steve too. Steve is going to spend more money, right? Most likely. So why, right? Okay, now come to here, you see. Now imagine this is you. You have your money and you do your budgeting. So a lot of people, they do budgeting based on whatever they have. Right? If you earn 3,000 a month, you're budgeting with your 3,000. If you earn 5,000, you're budgeting with your 5,000. So you're thinking like how to spend that 5,000. So I'm asking you to do the other way around. So you, instead of 100% budgeting, you budget only 70%. Right? And then if you're doing budgeting on 70%, so you can guess, like in the case of Mandy and Steve and Richard, right? In your case, you will most likely be able to save more money. So when you do 70% budgeting, that means the money you earn, every 1,000 you just think of how to live with the 70%, the 700. And how about the 30%? So the other 30% will be your saving rate. So these are the money that you are going to save for yourself, for your future, for your investment, for your freedom fund, whatever you call that. And another advice is that a lot of people saying that saving 30% is a little bit difficult, especially if you are like fresh graduate and working, starting working, salary is not high, or your commitment is too high. Then it's very hard to save 30%. So if that's the case, I would say you just give yourself 2-year plan, right? 2-year plan. How does the 2-year plan work? It is that when you just keep on your lifestyle and you work on your career, and then you get an increment next year, you make more money next year. Let's say you make another 10% next year. Then everything stay the same, only that you make more money. Then you don't touch that money, then your saving rate 10% will become 20%, right? Add that on top. And another year, we have another 10% increment, then you can get up to speed for the 30% saving rates. So this is the saving rate I recommend. So if you are doing this, I think this is very, very safe that very, very highly likely you are going to be able to retire with enough money. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is the first money tips, right? High saving rates. Okay, and okay, how about this picture? So when I look at this picture, I actually thought of my father. So my father was he already retired. I think he retired around 40 something, like before 50 years old. So but the point here is that this is his job, right? He is a lumberjack worker. So what he did last time is he's gonna leave. He had to leave all his family members at home. Then he'll go to camp in the jungle, right? He has to work in the jungle, and there every day he'll have to climb the hills and then go to the trees and chop down some trees using the chainsaw. So this is very likely this is very similar to this kind of job. And one day he came home. Not himself driving, but his friend drove him home. So usually, I don't see him for a few months, and then when I saw him, I was very happy, right? But that particular time, he was not driving himself, so somebody sent him home because he was badly injured due to work. So basically, the chainsaw he used, it's an accident. I don't know how it happened, but the chainsaw hit. It got jammed in the trees, and then it hit his knees, so he cannot walk. And during that time, he stayed at home for many months. I think he lied on the bed for at least 1-2 months before we can see him slowly walk again. So he stopped working for a few months, right? Very long time. So for this kind of work, labor work, if you don't work, you don't have money. So that's the time when, luckily, my wife, my mother was a housewife. She's still a housewife, so she doesn't have an income. But what she did well is that she saved up a lot of money for this kind of emergency situation, because she always knows that my father might not be able to work one day, so due to the accident, this kind of thing. So definitely it happened, and luckily they have money, so I still can go to school. I was not forced to leave school. So money tips number two, I would say it's very important to have a rainy days fund. Of course, depending on your situation, everybody have different kind of circumstances. So how much do you need? You will have to estimate yourself. And for example, if you have stable income and if your parents don't need your support and you're just only looking after yourself, then you have 3 to 6 months of emergency fund. I think is very good enough. If you're self-employed and your income is irregular, then of course you will need more. And what if you are trying to do a startup, do a business, and then you're going to leave your job, and you still have families to look after too, right? Maybe you have spouse or you have kids, young kids. Then you probably need more. You need more than 12 months kind of rainy day fund, so 12 months of worth of expense, so that you can go do the things. Okay, so this is the second money tips. Have a rainy days fund, very important. Okay, now let's get to the third one. Okay, now can you tell me, when you got your first paycheck, what is your first goal? What is the first thing that you did? In fact, A, B, C, D, E, F, G here, right? Did you use it to buy a laptop, you buy a car, or you buy a house, or you prepare for your wedding, or you invest it, or you have your money and then you try to treat yourself, go for some good dining, or you buy something for somebody else, or buy something for your mother, parents, or whoever, and others things. So just want to get your participation. So
Yes, I'm actually monitoring the Facebook and the YouTube comment. No worry. Yeah, I'm looking. So guys, that if you are really watching right now, just type if you get your first paycheck, what's the thing that you do? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Just type the number, then a small we will know later.
For Paul, what did you do?
Yes, actually I do something also I'm quite proud of myself. I share my paycheck like 30% I give to my mom.
Okay, awesome.
My first paycheck. Good. I work in the hotel that time.
Oh, awesome. Good. I didn't remember what I did. No. What I did is my first. Okay, I made some money when I was in secondary school. So
yes,
not a lot. That was just my pocket money, and I use that for spending, and then and
so
maybe pay for my SPM.
There's some already share their answer. So someone is saying H. So H is
others. Others.
So someone is typing H, and also someone is typing that's his friends called Deng Sun Fong type C. And then someone is choosing H, and also the various So far, I think H is the one of the answers that have the most people, that H. Others.
So that means you're doing something else that we don't know.
Yeah.
So for me, I think the first significant sum that I got is from JPA. Is the study loan when I was in third year. So I got the check. I think is 5,000. I think it's 5,000 ringgit. So 5,000 ringgit for a semester. So I think I like 2 semesters I get 10,000. So 10,000 a year. I think so. 2,000, 10,000. Oh, I actually forgot. I forgot how much the loan is. No. I think it's 5,000 a year, and then 2 years to
Yeah.
10,000. So the first 5,000 I use it to buy a keyboard. I was a musician, so I need that keyboard
Wow.
to do some music stuff. So, but it's a very expensive keyboard. I should have bought a lower range one. No, maybe I should like got 2,000, 3,000. I bought one. I don't think it's a smart choice. But anyhow, I'm gonna show you. So if the first goal you set is correct, then it is like you are going on a race, and you are at an unfair advantage. So I look at the one on the left. He is a little bit starting. Her starting point is a little bit in front of all the others, right? So the first goal you set is very important. So the first financial goal you set for yourself is very important. So just now somebody say C, which is very good. So this is the first goal I recommend. So when you coming out now, the first goal, other than the small goal, right? So this is the big goal. You should aim to buy your first house, right? Buy a house. So why? Because of course property appreciates, and then because you can buy property with very high leverage with mortgage. So you put down RM1 and you can borrow another RM9. So due to that high leverage, you are most likely going to make money from your house. And then when you're young, long tenure, and the installments very low because you're young, you can drag the the mortgage tenure until like 35 years or something. So this is the third money tips. First goal, buy a house. Then you'll be like doing much better than your peers who still don't own a house right now. Okay, so come to the next. So this is actually my credit report. So I bought this from RAM Credit. Now they are called Experian. So this was captured in 2018. You can look at my credit score is 757. So it's like more than it's in the 10 range, right? More than 740. So credit score is very important. Last time, not much. Last time they don't use a score, but now in Malaysia the score is starting. And when I moved to the US, actually score is everything. The credit score is basically everything, right? You need the credit score for your phone line. You need the credit score for your internet line. And then if your score is low, they are going to charge you higher. And when I get my mortgage in US also, because of the score, we get a low interest rate. So everything is about the score. So it's the score for the adult.
Yeah, the credit score also depends that you can rent a house with zero deposit or not.
So like what kind of score minimum that you're looking at? Like at SPEEDHOME?
Mostly I think it's like we are looking for like there's any default lah. We are more concerned on the default. Yeah, but we don't disclose like how many minimum that you get, but at least you don't show like everything is 2, 3, 4, the loan payments, the terms, and we saw a lot of or even worse, your bankruptcy or the court case or something. Yeah.
Yes, so I got what you mean. So this is the page that you're looking at, right? The secrets report. So when you buy a report from whether CDOS or Experian, you're going to get this secrets report included too. So but you can get this secrets report free at Bank Negara Malaysia. So what you want to see is that, of course, you want to see all 000. That means you pay all on time, right? So like for this guy got 321, that means he didn't pay for 3 months, and then he cleared it off. So when we got 0, and sometimes 1 is okay. Sometimes people forget, and then but if you see 2 and 3, of course this is not good, right? And imagine when someone pull your record, your score is very low, and then there's nothing here. So imagine there's nothing here. So this is a very dangerous report too, right? That means you have nothing to show. So my next money tips is that apply a credit card as soon as possible. So when you come out to the society, first get a credit card. And of course not everybody can get credit card easily right now because they are quite stringent, right? And it's very important when you get a credit card, you will start to build your credit score. So that means when you pull the record, the Experian and CTOS, they have something. They know how to count your score right now. So because you get a credit. So credit card is the easiest, I would say the first step that you should do to build a credit. And then how about you cannot get a credit card? So I also have a friend. I actually have a friend who never got a stable job. So he's doing freelance all the time. So no paycheck, right? And then if he makes less than 35,000 a year, he didn't have to file income tax. So nothing to show, no income to show. So it's very, very hard to get a credit card. But nowadays it is actually very simple. You can pledge your FD, right? You put money in the bank and they are going to give you a credit card. So your money in the FD might be stuck there for a while, but at least you get a credit card and start to build your score. So that's how you can do it. But of course, when you get credit cards, pay in time, pay in full. Always do that so that you don't break your score. Okay, we are done with money tips number 4. Apply a credit card as soon as possible if you still don't have one. Okay, now some funny story here. So that's one time I went to this Taiping Zoo night safari. It was night time, so we went to the night safari, in fact. And I went with my friend. So this friend, we kind of know he is very stingy. So he doesn't. He's not just frugal. He's actually stingy. Stingy means he doesn't spend anything more than he should, right? So what he did is when we went there, we want to buy the ticket. So I'm ready to pay for the ticket. And what he did is that he just did one thing. He said, "Any way we can get a discount?" This is the question he asked. Any way can we get a discount? So I was like, wait, ticket is what, 8 ringgit, you ask for a discount. So I didn't show it. This is what I thought at the time. But to my surprise, the ticket counter guys, he said, yes, you can get a discount. So how do you can you get the discount? You buy a spritzer bottle. So the spritzer, I think it's spritzer if not wrong, the brand. So it's the mineral water bottle. So you buy one bottle. I think the one bottle is like 2 ringgit or something, and then you get 2 ringgit discount on the. So it's essentially like you buy the ticket, you get the water lah, but you have to buy the water first so that you can get discount on the ticket. So yes, he did that, and to my surprise, and I suddenly realized that before you pay money, why not just make it a habit? Just ask for discount. It doesn't hurt, right? So of course, last time I used to try to cultivate this habit, but I don't ask for discount all the time right now. So it depends on the price of the thing. So sometimes when like hawkers, they are selling things so cheap already, so we still ask for discount. I don't think we should do that. So depends on your situation. So but important when things are expensive, so you should ask for discount when things are expensive. So this is another case here. So when we came here to Taipei in May, so before May I want to find a place at Airbnb that we can stay for 1 month. So I think in March or something, I was looking at shortlisting some of the home Airbnb place that we can rent for the whole place and for a whole month. So there are a few selection, and we came to this one, but this one is not in my budget, so it's like 10% out of my budget. So I was thinking, this is a little more expensive, a little bigger, but it is very nice. The place is very nice. So my wife also like it, and then my son also likes it. So then by right I should just like book it, right? So I was thinking, okay, we are going to spend 1 month here, so it's not a small sum because we're going to rent 1 month. It's not one night. So I just spend 10 minutes to write a message. So write a message to ask for discount. So you have to have some tactics to ask for discount. I will have to say, well, your place is really nice. You know, I really like it. My families like it, and especially my son. My son demands this, but I told him that this is not in our budget, right? We shouldn't get this house. But since it's so nice, since my son like it so much, so they insist me to ask you. Maybe I'll just ask you. Maybe you can, lower your price a little bit. Then it will be within our budget, and we'll get your place. So in fact, yes, she replied, and then we got the place, right, at a 10% discount. So you see, the moral of the story is that whenever you ask for discount, you have to know how to make the seller or the service provider happily give you that discount. So when they give you that discount, they feel the value of giving it. So for example, in the same case, if I'm going to do like, if I'm going to try to pick the disadvantage of the place, I say, oh, your place is further away from MRT, your surrounding is not so nice. So if I say this kind of thing, it just make the seller annoyed, right? The landlord annoyed. So even though if she agree on the discount, she might feel bad also. She might not feel good to let us rent her place, right? So this is the key. Whenever you ask for discount, especially for big items, think of a very, very good reason. Think of some excuse, and you have to be creative on that. Well, and also don't lie about it. Paul, you have anything to add?
Positive, I mean, it's like after I listen to it, it's like more like positive. You find the value, make them feel like you're really value, you like their product. So in the meanwhile, and then they will feel like, wow, yeah, these guys really know, and then he really have really spent some effort to study or to think about the value. So I get it. Yeah.
Yes, good. Thanks. Yes, you're right about it, absolutely. So ask for discount and then give a very good reason for people to give you a discount. So another one, this picture is actually taken on my house in Penang. So when I moved to this house, I dreamt of we are doing renovation. So I was thinking, I like reading, so I want to have like a full rack bookshelf where I can put all the CDs and all my books. So when I moved in, of course the bookshelf is done right up to the ceiling. It's a very big bookshelf, or occupy the whole wall. So and what happened is that when you have such a big shelf and you have a lot of empty space, right? So you have to fill it. So I go to Popular, Borders, or when I go to shopping mall, I always go to this bookshop, and I bought a lot of books. So I bought a lot of books and I put it and filled it up. And at first I was happy. I was happy with, wow, so nice, the bookshelf, right? It's all the books, and I want to read all the books. And later on, I found that the books that I bought is so many, I couldn't possibly read everything. So sometimes, a book is still wrapped after many years, sitting on the shelf. So it's more like a decoration item rather than a useful item. And then later we moved to KL, and then we spent a lot of time, because books are heavy. We spent a lot of time to pack these books and ship it there. It's always heavy. And then we moved again. I moved to US, and all the books actually I just donated away. I just gave it to a cafe where they have a very big shelf, Friends Cafe, and then whoever want the books, they can just grab it. So the moral of the story is here is that I realized that when you're hoarding things that you don't use, I think it's a waste, right? I think it's a waste. So you kind of like, you just occupy your mind. You have all these things occupying your mind, and you pay money for it, and you don't get value from it. So I think it's useless. It's a waste. So I stopped hoarding books anymore. So I don't do that right now. So I just after
I
finish
actually
reading
I
one
just do
book.
the same thing that you do. I just throw out like all the books, and I try to find out that you know, right, that is a ladies that is called the I forget the lady's name, the Japanese lady teach people, right, if the thing doesn't spark the joy, and
Yes,
then
yes.
you should just give out or donate or something.
Mary Kondo, right? I think
Yeah,
Mary.
Marie Kondo.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So yes, this is. I think this is a. I really agree with you. So, when you want to buy something, when you spend money, you make sure that you are going to use it. Because whatever you buy, if you don't use it, whether how cheap it is or how great an offer you got, it will be useless. It's just a waste if you don't use it, right? So here is it. Money tips number 5. You have to find deals and discount, especially for the big items. So we are happy to ask for discount and save on the big items, especially the big items, like for example, buying car, buying house, right? These are the big items. Choosing your furniture, you should spend more time, get discount, find deals, right? And also the recurring expenses. So if you have discount, like for example, like uh, insurance plan also, right? If you can save, you can get the same benefit and you can save 50 ringgit a month, it's 600 a year, and it's not just a year, it's your whole life. 600 a year, whole life, right? So these are the things you should scrutinize and save on it, especially when you're not rich yet. So if you're extremely rich, then it's fine. This big ticket become small tickets. Okay, then it's fine. Like you're Jeff Bezos, you don't have to spend time on this thing, right? So, but if you are still starting out, like accumulating your wealth, you might not have 50,000, might not have 100,000, might not have a million yet. Then these tickets, these big tickets items, going to help you a lot, right? And buy only the useful stuff. Okay, the next one. The next one is about this movie called 300, right? Where, yeah, I think you watch it. It's like or you watch a series in Netflix called the Spartacus, right? These people goes to war, and then when they go to fight, they don't wear armor. Like imagine you are going to war. So do you prefer to wear like this? Although you have six packs, right? Although you have 6 packs, do you prefer to wear like this or you wear like this to go to war? You want to fight somebody. Bo, I think you are going to choose the second one, right? With the full armor, isn't
Yes,
it?
I always feel like I want to get cover. Yeah.
We are kiasi lah, right? I would be doing the same
Yes.
too, right? So life is the same. So life, life is full of uncertainty. And the point here is that if in this life full of risk, you should get insured and you should get adequate insurance. So for example, some people, that time I talked to a guy who has a very good income. He's earning definitely 6 figures, maybe multiple 6 figures. So his only policy, he didn't have, at the time he didn't have any life insurance at all. So he has a accident plan. So he thought like he's already insured. But if you are with only one insurance plan, covering accidental benefit only, then you are going to war with your underwear lah, right? You don't have an armor at all. So this is what I say to him. So if when you buy insurance, you want to buy adequate coverage. How much is adequate? You have to speak to your risk, your protection planner, right? So your insurance agent, so that they can, he should be able to explain all the benefit to you, and then tell you how much coverage you actually need. So talk to a few, and then make sure they cover this 3DHA. We call that 3DHA, very easy to remember. The first D is death, second D is disability, TPD, total permanent disablement, and the third one is the diseases, right? The major disease, and then the H is hospitalization and surgical, and then A is the accident. So this is the 3 things. So if you have limited budget, you insure from starting from A. You go to A is the cheapest. So you go, if after you get A, and then you get H and S, the medical card, that's the medical card, and then you go to the 3D. Okay, so this is the sequence. But if you plan well, you get the right insurance agent, usually you can get protected. Using 5% to 10% of your income or your take-home pay, you will be able to buy all this benefit coverage adequately. So do this, and then always try to use the minimum premium to pay for all these benefits, so that you can have more bullets for your investment. Okay, we're done with tips number 6, adequate insurance, minimum premium. Okay, again, please share this video so that you can participate in the lucky draw where I'm throwing in this book as well, on top of the books SPEEDHOME is giving away. Okay, another picture to share, right? So these 2 pictures were taken this year. I took this year. I think on the right hand side, that was in US. I think in April, end of April, I took that one.
Your son,
And
is
then-
it in the left?
No, that's me. So
Seriously?
yeah, that's me too. So on the left is taken in May. So it's like maybe just 2 weeks apart, right? So you see, what is the major difference? Right, you can type in the comment. Tell me, like, what is the major difference? What do you see? Of course, I was wearing mask, so imagine I'm not wearing mask.
I know the
Same
answer
face.
already.
Oh, you know the answer. Okay, like
I guess.
Paul.
Okay, I just
okay.
guess. Later, I let just wait for a while because I think that is a bit delay. So when you ask when you ask a couple of questions, right? So there's a bit delay then until the audience they saw the video and then they start answer. So yeah, so we change a bit. Okay, what's the 2 difference, guys? When you see if you saw the you still with us right now, just tell us, type any kind of the answer you think what's the difference. For me, I think
Difference on me, the person,
Yeah.
the person.
okay, from the persons okay.
Yeah.
So I think for me when I saw is that actually the left is a bit younger. Sorry, if you just like don't told me, so I think it's your son.
Okay.
Your hair,
Okay.
your hair is a bit more neat, and perhaps that is before COVID.
Both COVID already. Both COVID.
Both COVID
It's
already.
2021. So it's I think this picture is just 2 or 3 weeks apart.
Okay, someone say haircut and clothing same as me lah.
Yeah. Okay.
Our
Good.
audience says that haircut. Yeah, different haircut. US versus Taiwan, the most expensive haircut. Love it.
Yeah, but yes, you're right. You guys are so observant. So in fact, I want to show you is actually the haircut. So you can see on the right, in the US, I try many salon also. And then it's not cheap. No, a haircut in the US it costs $20, and then you still have to pay tips. We have to pay like $3 of tips. So it's close to 100 ringgit lah. Just haircut only, no washing, right? And I tried many salon in the US. No one can like cut a very good hair for me. So I stopped trying. I was like, so if I can withstand the hair until I cannot tahan, only I go to cut lah. But when I came to Taiwan, so this is in fact I posted on Instagram. So I think someone saw it before. So yes, this is the most expensive haircut I've ever done for myself. So this haircut cost me I think $130 or something, US dollar, $130. Yeah, because the stylist is a stylist for celebrity in Taiwan. So he cut a lot of the I think he did Ling Ziling once also. So I happily pay for it. So the moral of the story is that even though I can get $20 haircut in the US is already expensive, but I don't feel good about that haircuts. I think I don't get value because they just cut the hair short. I don't look good after cutting. But in Taiwan, I got this one from a very, very famous stylist, and then he charged me very expensive. So I did it once. I'm not going to do it every month. But I got the value. I'm happy after the hair. I say, oh, my hair can look like this. So it suddenly like
I
spark,
agree.
right?
The money spent is very well spent. The money, yeah. See,
Yeah.
When the first thing that I see is that your son, is it?
Yes. So the next picture. So I'm going to show you also just some analogy. So do you agree that swimming is a life skill, right? It's very important. So it's very important to learn to swim. So like especially in the United States, right? There are I think most of the states, they make it compulsory for everybody to learn swimming. Even though like in Oregon, the water is cold, nobody actually go outdoor to swim, but they still like make it compulsory, everybody should learn swimming. I think not Oregon, but it's California, which where the state like they require everybody knows how to swim. So when you swim also, when you go to swimming class, they will teach you, the first thing is how to breathe first, right? You have to go in the water, blow, and then come out, and then you inhale. And then you learn the breathing, and then you learn some very simple action, like how to kick water, right? So this thing. So you don't learn butterfly at first, right? Butterfly is like the last style you will learn, right? Some they will teach you freestyle first, and then you learn breaststroke. So it is a progression. So in life, a lot of these skills are progression. So you learn this level 1, and then you go to level 2, and then you go to level 3. Same for the hairstylist. If you're always level 1, you charge the level 1 kind of fee, right? So you go to level 2, level 3, level 4, you can use the same time, but you earn more money, right? Still the same haircut, but it costs many times more. So the point here is that when you learn how to invest, right? If you don't know, then you will stick with very safe thing. You stick with FD, fixed income. Then the next one, maybe you learn a little bit about unit trust, how it works, and kind of understand how ETF works. Then you can expand your investment a little bit. You go to these things, unit trust, right? And then if when you have knowledge about stocks and properties, you go in, you buy your second properties, you go in and buy some stocks, right? And then some people want to try it themselves. They want to do startup, right? Entrepreneurship also. So this is like level 1, level 2, level 3. You have to expand your capability, and it is a progress in life. The growth just never stop. So you have to understand this right from the start. So we were born to learn from day one. Like we learn how to talk, how to walk, everything, and actually the learning never stops. That's the point I want to tell you. So it's always upskilling. You have to grow to go to the next stage. So the only time you are actually growing is when you are doing something uncomfortable, something difficult. So it make you fret to do it. Then that means you are doing, you are actually growing. You are actually expanding your capability. So I call this word on the top money tips. Number 7, always upskilling. So you have to always increase your capability. So, but of course, you can learn a lot of things. There are so many things in this world to learn. So, learning the right skill will make a big difference in your life too, right? So, if you want to plan it well, you identify the upskilling path, and another thing you can bear in mind is that you have to have the end in mind. Then you can actually draw a path of what kind of thing you want to learn so that you can get there, right? So if you don't know where to get there, you find the people you admire. So those are the mentors. You go to them, see how they get there, and then you just follow their pathway, right? What kind of things they learn, what kind of things they do. You kind of learn from them, and then try to learn all these skills that are useful for your whole life. I think choosing the right skill to learn is also very important. Like for example, investing is a skill that you can use for your whole life. Until you are age 90 years old, like Buffett, Charlie Munger, they are still investing. It's not like they retire, then the skill is not useful anymore. But the skill is investing skills never go out of fashion. So this is the thing you can learn. Right? It will be useful for your whole life. And also like public speaking. If you can do public speaking, you can be a leader, right? People will listen to you. So these are the things. These are the skills you learn. Learn how to sell, and learn skills that will be once you acquire it, it will never be obsolete. So for example, like language skill, like reading skill, like how to read fast, how to read the right thing, and then learn how to learn too. So if you can learn things fast, it's also very useful because our life time is short, right? So you find your best way, your most effective way to learn, and you just have to have that mindset of learning. So always upskilling. This is the money tips number 7. Because whenever you expand your skill, you can see when you expand it, like for example, you're earning 5,000 ringgit a month. When you expand your skill, then probably you can earn 7,000 a month. So once you earn 7,000 a month, I don't think it will drop back to 5,000. It's 7,000 like going on, it's just going up whenever you're upskilling. So it's such a good thing to do. So never stop that. Okay, the next money tips. So I actually trying to dig out the picture of my first house, so I couldn't dig it. And this is actually the picture captured from Google Street Map. And this is in fact my first house. But it looks different only. Right? It
Let me
looks
talk about
older.
gas PJ.
No, this is Penang.
Oh, okay.
I bought this house 2001. So 2001 near Sunshine Square in Bayan Baru. Very near, just walking distance. I can walk to Sunshine Square within 1 or 2 minutes. In fact, it's just across the street. So this house I bought like 250,000 ringgit at the time. So, but at the time I don't have a stable income, and I think my wife has a stable income, and her income is like 2,700 a month. So 250,000 house to us is very expensive at that time. I think the installment is like 1,300 because of the interest is high last time. Like double of what we pay now. Last time like 6 point something. I think we pay 6.75% a year, but now it's like just 3%, right? So you can imagine the installment. So we bought it. Nevertheless, we bought it, and then we sold it. I think roughly 10 years later. So we sold it at close to 500,000. So of course now I think this house is way more than that. I think 600, 700,000 maybe in Penang, landed house. So the second property I bought is actually behind my house. Also walking distance, I can walk to that property. So it's a shop lot, and we still own that shop lot until now, and it's still rented by the first tenant. It's still the first tenant until now. Yeah, because it's a commercial property, so she's doing very well in a business, and so she still rent that house, that property from us, that office lot. So we never have to worry about that. Okay, so my point is that when you're young, especially when you're young, invest in real estate is very important. I think it will give you a very, very unfair advantage when you're young and you buy into properties. Why do I say so? Because young, you have long tenure mortgage. Like for example, now I'm 44 years old. Is it? Oh yeah, this year I'm 44 years old. So if I want to get loan, I can get loan probably up to 70 years old. So how long? 26 years maybe, my tenure, right? 26 years. So I cannot get loan of like 35 years anymore. So my installment for the same property, it will be higher than yours. So if compared to you getting that property, right? And then I have to wait until only age 70, only paying it off. So when you're young, you have that advantage. Do it, and then property is a long-term capital appreciation. It will definitely appreciate. For example, the property that my parents bought in Sungai Petani. So last time when I think before I was born, they bought that property like maybe close to 50 years ago, right? So they bought that, I think 20,000 or something, 20,000 Malaysia ringgit, and then now the property 10x already lah, right? 10x lah, 200 over thousand lah, right now. So of course it's such a long time. If you calculate the compound interest, actually it's not much. It's maybe 4-5% a year, but it's still property. Although it's a very old property, right? Still worth a lot of money. So definitely keep that real estate, and then when you're old, you have a few. It's going to help with your retirement. And if you don't want to lose money on properties, right, get property that you can rent out, can easily rent out, and then the rental yield is higher than the interest rate, then it should be good. So always, this is mostly the benchmark for how much we can charge on the rental yield, because interest rate, it dictates how much we pay for installment. So if interest rate is low, the rental yield will be low too. So for example, in Taipei, we found out that the interest rate is actually less than 1% here, less than 1%. So our rental actually pay is 1 point something percent only of the property price. Okay, so this is just a benchmark for you. So buy a property with rental yield of more than interest rate, and then don't be lazy, do the homework, right? Look at a lot of properties, look at 100, maybe 10 will be in the criteria that you want to buy, and then you can offer to buy them, and maybe 3 will actually accept your offer, and then probably you just choose one to buy. So buy one in a few years, buy another one in a few years, then you'll be doing very well. After having a few properties, you're doing very well, all rented out. Okay, so this is the money tips number 8: invest in real estate. Okay, just buy more houses. And then okay, so these are the big brands. Actually, there are some stocks that has grown a lot for the past decades. Like the first one is Berkshire Hathaway. That is Warren Buffett's company. It started in 1965, and Amazon, I think, listed 1998 or something, right? Apple, I forgot. Google could be the latest one. So you look at the share price, like Amazon. You can buy Amazon stock. Actually, I heard of Amazon in 2001. At that time, I was in the US for a year because my wife was on assignment for a year there. So we went there after 9/11, after the 9/11 terrorist event. So I was there, and I actually bought books from Amazon. But the problem, I think I don't have money to buy their stocks. No, I didn't do that. So at that time, you can buy the stock like what $16, maybe less than $10. You can buy one share after year 2000, after the internet bubble crash. So you can see about I came in late. I bought Amazon stock, a few of it. I think I bought the first one in 2018. Still not bad, right? 2018, I think bought 1,000 something.
Very
So,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
also
2
double.
times or 3 times already. Yeah.
So, so the moral of the story you can see here actually, if a good company like Amazon, it doesn't matter when you buy it. You see, you just need to make a decision to buy it. You can buy in 2001, then you buy in 2001, you hit the jackpot, right? You'll be doing very well. You buy in 2005, 2009, you are still going to make a lot of money. Even you buy 2017, you are also many multi-baggers for this one. So, I think the hard thing to do is just making that decision to buy this good company. That's it. And buy it, and then don't sell. And this is another very important, very hard decision to make. Is when the companies keep doing better and better, just don't sell it. Because some people, when they look at the gain, they want to realize the gain. They want to sell the stock and make the money. So if like for people who bought in 2001, they sold it in 2013, you're going to lose out all the other gain towards the end, right? And we still haven't know the story yet. I don't know, the graph, you can plot it. Probably still going up another few X, I don't know, right? So another stock, Apple, also, it doesn't matter when you buy it. So my mistake is that when the iPhone first came out, I didn't buy the Apple stock. I bought the iPhone. I bought iPhone first generation. I bought it from US even before it was even launched in Malaysia. So I was thinking, how silly I was. I find ways to buy an Apple iPhone. Why didn't I find ways to buy an Apple stock, right? So, just buy it anytime. You see, like Berkshire Hathaway. you are reading this correctly, this is 420,000 a share. One share, 420,000. So last time when 1965, it was less than $20. $20 become 400,000. So imagine like $20 when it goes up to 1,000, people already say, wow, it cannot go up some more. But 1,000, it went up to 420,000. Right? This is the thing that happened. So it's just a decision to buy the stock. So I bought this stock, I think, starting in 2013 or 2014 only, I started buying this stock. But I actually know this stock many years already. Many years. I think I read about it in Rich Dad Poor Dad books, I think in year 2000 or 2001. But of course, that time I don't have money to buy. Okay. Again, Alphabet, this is Google. It's also the same thing. You look at the graph, right? So, tips number 9. Stock investing is not hard. No, you just have to buy good companies and hold for a long time. Just buy them. And this is the one single advantage that is way better than properties, is that when you buy a property get old. It's still the same property. It's not like buying a tree can grow, right? But buying a property, you need maintenance and it's still old. It will get old and older and older and older. After 30 years, 40 years, it's a very old house. But buying a good business, it keeps growing. It's like tree that never stop growing. Like imagine you bought the Amazon, the Apple, the Google. I don't know when they are going to stop growing. It just keep growing, right? So tips number 9, buy good companies and hold for a long term. Very easy. And find how do I know this is some criteria? We find a high ROE company, return on equity. We find good management company, and we don't want company with a lot of debts. And then we like business with strong moats. Right? Strong moats means it is not easy for competitors to grab their business. Like for example, you think of Google. How can other companies compete with Google on the search engine? I think it's like impossible at this time. Okay, next one. So we are coming to the last month tip. So there are 3 pictures I'm going to show you, so you can guess which one is you think I'm the happiest, right? So this is the first picture. If you think this one is I look happy, you can type 1 and then 2 and then 3. So this picture is actually a business class. So this business class is not from Penang to Langkawi. It's not short distance. This is long distance. Almost 20 hours of flight because it's from US back to Malaysia. So it's a business class. So I'm happy. Like I'm the first time I sit on business class for so long. And then another picture. So this is when I moved to the US. The cars are so cheap there, so I bought a Mustang because I don't need a 4-door car I don't need a 4-door car at the time because I only have one child. So this car I actually use it for grocery, and then I sometimes go for hiking. I drove it, and then I send my son to school to drum lessons. So it is not for circuit because I'm actually not a car person, but it's a nice car. It's fun to ride. So do you think I'm happier on the plane, or I'm happier driving this car? Right? Another one. So this is actually my first car. In fact, it's not my first car. It's my wife's first car. My first car is the same model, just different colors. But this is the picture I can find. So this is a Datsun 120Y. I think we bought it. Datsun 120Y. Yes, 5,000 ringgit.
Same car.
It is like I think it's like the Proton saga at the time, right? So like everybody's like value for money is easy to fix, and it's not it's reliable, I think. So Datsun 120Y. So it's my first car. So do you think which pictures I'm the happiest? 1.
You see, I will go with 3.
2, 3.
I'll go with 3. Let's
Wow.
just wait for a while because yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 3. You see? Yeah, start. Mr. Gavin, yeah, he typed 3. And Yuva Raja, Mr. Yuva Raja also typed 3. So let me see.
Wow.
That is like some friends also in the Facebook. Yeah, they typing 3. Yeah, they all go with 3.
Wait, why everybody typing 3? Give me a reason.
Because,
Okay,
because you are
I'm going to
young.
hear your reason, Paul.
Yes. Okay. I just give you my reason. So just simple because right that time your need or your expectation is not that high. So when you get like some things is really like out of expectation, and then you feel like very satisfied. But when you are getting older, matured, then you are you can buy things easily, better, and then you lost that kind of the feelings that when you own. Because I'm also not young, also I'm 35 years old this year,
Really?
so I can understand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Yes. Okay. Just review the answer. I will say, actually, I'm happy with everything.
Okay.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy on the business class. Of course, when the second
Okay.
time you ride on business class, you are not going to feel that excitement anymore, right?
I
And
see.
then car also, when the first day I drove this, of course, it's a nice car, and then I didn't
Of
pay a lot of
course.
money for that. So, of course, I'm very satisfied with that. And then this one, of course, I think this is a trick question. My trick question is that, uh, even though this is a very old car,
Yeah.
but the satisfaction you get from that upgrade, because before the car, I was riding a motorbike, right? So from motorbike, you go to a car, oh, suddenly you got aircon, right? So it's also an upgrade. And my point is that, you know, being rich actually doesn't guarantee happiness. So see, if you have a lot of money, it doesn't mean you're happy, because true happiness is an inner quality, right? So you just have to be you have to know actually what makes you happy. So if you can find it earlier in your life, then you are going to be happy all along, right? All the time you'll be happy. You just know how to treat yourself better, how to be happy. So for example, I show this picture. This picture is taken uh, just a few weeks ago. So you can see here, this is a basketball court. So every
Yeah.
morning I ride bicycle to this court to play basketball. So
Yeah.
I was one of the youngest there. Because this time,
Sorry.
this is early morning. This is early morning. 6 o'clock. They will
Six
play
o'clock. Yeah.
until, yeah, they will play until 8 something, and then all these are retirees. Most of them, not everyone. So some still working, 59 years old, 60 over years old. You can see this one on the white singlet. This is 70 years old. This guy, and then the oldest one is actually 93 years old. So he didn't go to the court. He didn't go inside the court. But there's another one who
Yeah.
is 86 years old. He still play with us, but of course we are very gentle lah, right? When he got the ball, we
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
let him
Don't
shoot lah.
push.
and then some of them, a few of them actually are multi-millionaire, very rich
Mm.
in Taipei. Since you are here for so long, so you own a few properties here. You're basically very rich.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can see, no, although they are rich, what they enjoy every morning is actually come to play basketball.
Yeah.
And it's actually the same thing for me too, right? And in fact, I played there for 3 weeks, and then I sprained my ankle again. So I'm the one actually got injured, not the old guys, right? I'm the one who got injured. So then I told my mom, hey, I got injured again, sprained ankle. So I sprained my ankle every couple of years, because I always play basketball,
Okay.
so I jump a lot. And my mother actually told me, said, you should stop playing. Well, I was thinking, what? I'm 44, and you look at this guy. Everyone is older than me, so they are still playing, right? Why should I stop, right? So I realized that, no, because playing basketball to me is very happy thing to do, right? So fun. So it's happier than me driving Ferrari. I drove it before. I didn't really like it. Well, of course, it's a great car, fun to ride, but I think playing basketball is better. I rather have a fit body to play basketball, and I can still jump, I can still run, rather than I have a big tummy and driving a Ferrari, and getting having a hard time to climb out from the car. So this is the point I want to convey to you. So that's it. No, the happiest people do not necessarily have the best things. They simply appreciate the things that they have. So the earlier you know what actually make you happy, then your life is, you are not going to waste it on something that is not important.
True. True.
Okay.
Like although like the Buffet already so rich, but actually he's still like eating a simple burgers, driving a very old second-hand car, this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
So just recap, right? High
Yep.
saving rates, have a adequate rainy days fund. First, go buy a house, apply a credit card as soon as possible. Find deals and discounts, especially for the big items. Have adequate insurance with a minimum premium. Always upskilling, right? And invest in real estate. Accumulate good company stocks for long term, and know that what makes you happy, right? Being rich is actually doesn't guarantee happiness. No, having a lot of money doesn't guarantee that, but you have to find what is actually matters to you that can make you happy. Okay.
Yep.
And a little bit on my website. If you, I have a series of ebooks to give away, and then I do weekly webinars as well, and I have articles on my blog that you can read, and I have also on some online financial courses.
In the comment sections.
Yep, and then this is the free money tips ebook challenge, right? I have a no time wasted guarantee. You download it and read for 15 minutes. If you find it useless, just reply to my email that I send the book to you with your bank details, and I'll send you 10 ringgit. So to do that, you go to kclau.com/sh, right? Then enter your details and you'll be able to download.
We already shared the
ebook.
link in the comment sections.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And also the lucky winner, Paul, how do we pick one? So I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let
We
you
will
monitor
just
that.
go to the share, and then we copy all the name from the share. We will extract the shares. We have a software to extract all the shares, users shares name.
Then
So
you contact them,
use,
right?
and then we have automatically generate lucky draw, so that
Okay.
we will make a small poster and put it on our social media. So they just need to go to our follow our social media, then they will see the winners, the names of the winners. Yeah.
Okay. So you can just pass me the details and I'll just
No
send
worry,
a copy.
I will pass you the details once I confirm who's the winners.
Okay. Awesome. So you can get these slides. Go to kclau.com/shf. You can download this slide, and then for the free ebook challenge, that's the link.
Cool.
Okay, awesome. So
Okay.
that's my sharing for tonight.
No worry. So let me change a bit of the layout, so people will see your face clear. So okay. So actually, Mr. KC, we already compiled a couple of questions that's starting. But right now, before we really start the Q&A, so just give our audience like 1 or 2 minutes, to let them to type it the questions. So now we open for the Q&A sections. Everyone that you have questions, please just type on the comment sections, and I will pick it up and read it out loud. Yeah. And let Mr. KC to answer. Yes. So guys, you guys can keep, but yes, already very fast. So first questions. So I saw like some friends already typed. So it's just now you mentioned that get the insurance protections. So he is asking a quite relevant questions. How long should I review my insurance? So if you buy insurance, you should review time on time. So how long?
So there are a few things that will trigger you to actually review your protection, right? So the first trigger is when you have you are making significantly more money. So for example, you earn 5,000 and then later you got a promotion and then you are earning 8,000 a month. So that's the thing that can trigger, because when your income is more, you need more protection, especially for like, let's say for the critical illness. So like for example, you want to protect your critical illness for up to 3 to 5 years of your income. So when your income change, because the logic is that when you are unfortunately suffering from this kind of illnesses, you can stop working for a few years because you can afford to, because you already get the claim, right? You can stop working for 3 years or to 5 years, depends on how much you buy for the insurance. So you can afford that. So that depends on your income. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is when your commitment is different. So for example, you have a newborn kid, right? Newborn baby, you got married, things like that. So and then also you can review when you no longer have that commitment too, right? When your children all grown up, then you probably don't need so much protection anymore. Then you can reduce it. So these are mainly the few things that trigger the review. Good question.
Okay. So second questions. So that's a someone because we also know Mr. KC Lau, you are the persons that who really like kind of sophisticated investors, I would say, that invest on stock, invest on property. So that is any resources that I can read to learn how to do the property filtering. Like how can I choose that? Does there any resources that they can to learn?
Okay, there are many, last time when I started doing this, right, I learning to do this, right, we have to read books, and then last time the books mainly are from US, so a lot of the things not applicable in here, like when
Not
you read the
localized,
whole
yeah.
books, maybe just 50% of it might be applicable, so the circumstances is different because of the text is different, the property types are different, so you have to find the local authors, and now in fact you are so lucky because there are so many authors nowadays, right? Last time I just have like one or two when I was young.
Yes.
I just have to read like 1-2 books. That's it. That's all I can read. And then now also a lot of bloggers, a lot of gurus are coming out to teach all this. So find one you like, find one that you click, and then just learn. Read some books. Read books is cheap. Reading internet is free. Watching YouTube is free. And but you want fast, you find mentor, you find courses, then you pay a little bit more. But going through all this from being a beginners until I become a better investors, I think it's worth the money to pay for courses. Yeah, because you can learn faster, you can learn from other people's mistake, and the cost fee compared to the potential return that you can get from a very good investment is actually very substantial. So I mean, relatively the cost fee and the gain you can get is actually very worth it.
Yeah. Okay, for me, simple. Follow SPEEDHOME RinggitHack Show's channel. We always invite at least in a month. We invite 2 to 3 different the speakers from the property industry, or someone's like Mr. KC Lau is like who came to share. And I also know actually we also can follow Mr. KC Lau's channel, YouTube channel. There's also a couple of he also have some properties related video, and one of them that I most like is the rate. What is the difference on the rate investment and also the property investment? 2 minutes videos only, but you explain very good concept. Very easy to understand this kind of stuff. So so already 2 channel you can follow. First is RinggitHack, second channel is kclau.com. KC Lau.
Thank you.
So continue. Next questions. So I have a dream to live in US. What's your takes on living there, pros and cons?
Oh, I lived there for a while, like close to 3 years. So I don't know why do you want to live there. The tax rate is very high. So unless you are making money there, so you are earning US dollar, part of the economy where you're hired there, having a job, then I think it's worthwhile to be there. But because everything is expensive.
I see.
Except the car. It's like, but why car is cheap? It's because we already pay for a lot of other stuff.
Okay.
You got what I mean. So, like in Malaysia, you buy a car is expensive because you pay a lot of taxes for that car, right? But in the United States, you already pay a lot of taxes, so the car they don't tax you anymore. So the mindset is kind of different. Here, if you want to save money, you don't want to pay a lot of tax, then you don't buy an expensive car. Right? For example, if you're earning less than 35,000, you don't pay any tax in Malaysia, 0 tax, right? But if you earning 35,000, then you buy a Vios, maybe 80,000, and then half of it, 40,000 is tax. So like 1 year of your income is being taxed away. So in the States it's different. So a lot of other things very expensive. Actually I don't recommend unless you are working for some high tech company, you got a high pay job. So like me, my wife got a very high pay job in there. So a lot of things are covered. We have insurance. Insurance also very expensive there. So in fact, I don't recommend you to go to US. In fact, that's my view.
Yeah, yeah. The taxes is very very high.
And
Even though you
things,
earn like you earn $1, perhaps like the tax is 30 or 40 or more.
yep.
Yeah, around
You
that.
know what we do right over there, right?
Yeah.
During weekend, what we look forward usually is the gathering of Malaysians where we do potluck and party, because when we do party for Malaysians a lot of
Yeah.
people want to participate because that's when the good foods are, when whatever you want to eat, whatever good food you want to eat, you have to cook it yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Then you can go out and eat, paying expensive, but you are not going to get the quality for the price you pay.
Yep. Okay, so we will take two more questions. Friends, if you want to ask or get any kind of the advice from Mr. Casey, please type your questions right now. We will open for another two questions only. So Mr. Casey, this is already one question. So would you plan to change if you are at a certain age to fully liquidate the props, as managing the same may be cumbersome as we age advisable?
Yeah, there's
So
some
it's quite a long
different.
question.
Yeah,
Let me just share into the. Let me
yeah,
share
I
into
think
the
that
private chat, and you can check on it.
that is I think that's I kind of know the question. The question is that when you're retired, do you feel that at a certain age you want to fully liquidate, you just sell all your properties, right? So
Yep,
that you
sell
don't have to
all,
manage
yeah.
it. So there are a few views on this. So for me, this is personally my choice, is that I don't like to keep I probably don't want to keep the properties that is high maintenance. Like maybe leasehold is shorter, or high maintenance means if your rental market is students, I think students very hard to manage because the turnover is very high. So each year they will just change. So you will have to always find new tenants. So for this kind of properties, I also don't want to manage it myself right now. So I have agents to manage that. So just pay them money. So you can, of course, you don't have to do all the dirty works, right? So SPEEDHOME can also do it for you. So yeah,
Thank you.
So you don't have to really fully liquidate it. But what I think is, I will just keep the properties that is very hands off, right? And and then probably I will like stocks better than properties
Correct.
when you are
So just
close to
let me.
retirement.
I just want to add on. So based on like Mr. Casey said, some things like we do have some landlords is from overseas. So what's the if they actually quite okay, and because we help them to chase the rent, everything. So as long as the house is not like leaking, always is like the condition of the house is a bit like old, always water leaking, and they need to find someone always to check it out or fix for you. So this kind of thing that make the landlord at most headache lah. So just as in line with what you say just now, some things is that you need to spend a lot of kind of effort or money to maintain. Okay, so now we got today's last questions. Could you please share the pros and cons of hiring a financial planner to grow your money? Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Financial.
tricky question.
Yeah, financial planner. The job is help you to maximize your portfolio. So basically, it also depends on the planner's skill, right? But you have to bear this in mind. They are financial planners, so they are not professional investors. So they are not that. So what they can do for you is basically just construct your portfolio in ETF. Usually they will do it in unit trust, because unit trust is the only products that pay them for managing that for you. So if you are fine just investing in unit trust, then a financial planner will be worth it if you are will be worth it if you are just in terms of investment. But some planner, they also do a lot of things, right? They actually kind of like help you do estate planning too, and then help you to do your wealth protection or everything. So it depends on the finding the right financial planner. But the thing is, this is what I personally believe, right? I think when you don't really know all this knowledge, right, you kind of very hard for you to differentiate who is the better planner, right? It's not easy. So in this case, you try to find planner that can educate you, so who can explain things to you, who can teach you the stuff. So talk to a few, just don't just talk to one. So interview a few. There are quite many here in Malaysia right now. So just talk to them, and my belief is that try to equip yourself. You are always the best financial controller. So you are the best planner for your finances. So you know your situation actually better than most of them, and you try to get them as an advisor. And if you're finding the right one, I think it's worth the fees to pay them too.
Okay, understood, noted. So okay, so let me just double check. I'm going to see if there's any. Yeah. So I think thank you, Mr. KC Lau. So I think it's like most of the tips that you just share right now is very practical and useful. So yeah, same as the video that you show that you put in on the top of your YouTube channel. So this is not the kind of the money tips will get you rich overnight. That's called money game. That's not money tip. That is money game. So mainly it's more like practicing. It's like a lot of the discipline. I saw that it's like you need to have the discipline. You need to be like very like to on the every different industries or to shape the upskilling yourself. Yeah, hardworking. This kind of the positive value lah. So thanks again for Mr. KC. You are willing to spend almost more than 1 hours, 1 hour, 1.5 hours at here with our Speed Home RinggitHack show, friends. So everyone, so if you are ready, they still stay with us and you agree, Mr. KC, just now the things that he shared is useful, practical. You click on the link that we share on the comment sections. Yeah, sign up for get the free ebook. Yeah, get the free ebook, read it for 15 minutes. Yeah, I think you will feel like you are learning something like me today. Yeah, today for this very knowledgeable, interesting and fun sessions. Thank you so much, sir. Anything to conclude or add on?
Yeah, I'm just it's my honor to be here to share this information with you guys. So remember these two numbers. One is the saving rates, 30%, and then another one is I didn't talk about that, but you try to grow your wealth at more than double digit a year. So if you do that, double digit means 10%. So you can do these two, you will be able to retire very well. Early retirement, having enough
but
money.
Not easy, to get a double digit on your assets. Yeah. Now
So
the
the
interest rate
upscaling
is
is very important. Yes.
So it's 5%. Now the interest rate is 2%. So means that you need to get 5 times of the current bank interest rate in Malaysia. Yes. So this is something. Yeah, but it's not only like invest, but also other stuff like just like you mentioned, work. Yeah, everything else. Yeah. Anyway, thank you again. Thanks again. And really, I just want to say that I really enjoyed the time that your selling sessions and also the conversations that we have just now. Hope Mr. KC will come to our platform again. Thank you so much and have a great night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Bye bye.
Good night. Bye bye.